Right, so this is the first time that I've ever flown this FPV, so bear with me on this, but yeah, I'm just want to have a little test run, just do it slow, see how it goes and see how it sort of is different. I've done it in the house, haven't filmed in the house, but I've just flown it around the front room just to see what it was like, and it was quite fast indoors, so I want to just see what it's like outdoors. So let's get it up. Right, okay, so hopefully I'm recording on the goggles, hopefully I'm recording on the GoPro here. This looks daft. But yeah, hopefully I can film me on here. I can try and capture some of the drone on this and get flying, but also show you some of the footage that you'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed on that. I was having a bit of issues with the goggles. But anyway, let's go. I've changed the battery from a 650 milliamp to 1100 milliamp, so hopefully it'll last a bit longer. It will be a little bit heavier, so hopefully that will weigh it down slightly. So let's get it armed and get it up in the air and get it flying. So hopefully you can see on the GoPro as I'm flying it around, it is sort of fighting against the gusts, as I've mentioned before. I don't know if the GoPro, hopefully the GoPro can see that. It's hard to like see what the GoPro can see. But yeah, when it comes to like letting it hover, it seems to hover all right. It doesn't do that in the house. It seems to sort of always drop. But as you can maybe see on the GoPro, it seems to be all right. But as I said, it's got a range of 200 meters, and it's sort of better when you've got the goggles on. But obviously, when I'm on my own here today, I've got no one to spot for me, so I'm having to do it without the goggles. But next time, hopefully, I'll be able to bring someone with me. But there, as you can see, it seems to be sort of keeping level. Hovering fine. Obviously it's got weeds and grass and stuff to contend with. But yeah, as you can see there, it's not flying too badly. Obviously when it gets a gust there, it's having a bit of an issue. But I'm just trying to keep it in this little area, just so that it doesn't end up flying off into somewhere else. But it is quite nippy. And as I say, this is just on normal mode, so this is the slowest mode. But then as the gust takes it, you can see it's starting to fly backwards. So when the gusts come, I'm trying to fly into the gust, so it kind of like doesn't fly over there somewhere. But as soon as you let go, it's sort of floating backwards in that gust. But yeah, it doesn't handle too bad from what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot harder for a beginner because, as I say, this is the first ever time I've flown it outside. But it seems to handle it well. It seems to deal with the gusts a little bit better than I thought it would be. Obviously, you can't fly it in sort of anything more than maybe 5 mile an hour winds and gusts because it'll just fly off. Try and bring it down a little bit and forward so you can see it on the GoPro or on this camera. But as you can see there, just as soon as I let go, it's trying to fly over there with that wind. But yeah, if you ever get into trouble, you just flip the disarm switch and it'll probably say disarm on the actual goggles themselves, and it basically just cuts the motor. So you've got your SA button here. When that's in there, you can see it's starting the drone, and as soon as you do that, it cuts it off. So it just means that if you start panicking and it's flying off somewhere you don't want it to be, or the gusts have took in, it starts to fly somewhere else and you need to get control of it again, hit that, it will drop. Obviously, if you're in a field like this, it won't damage you whatsoever, and yeah, it's just straight back out and do it again. But there are other modes on there. When you look at the SB, if you've seen the previous video, SB is your modes. So you've got like normal, sports and manual. But today I just want to keep it slow, keep it on the normal speed. And then when there's another day when there's no wind at all, I want to try and do the sports mode, which is a lot faster, and the manual mode, which is probably a lot harder to deal with. But for a beginner on normal mode, it's not too bad. I'm just waiting for that gust to sort of go down again so I can head back off again. That's a nightmare about this. You just got to wait. It's not like any other drone where you can bring it down or you can let it hover or it deals with that. Because it's so lightweight, the breeze or the gusts will take it. Right, the gusts have gone down. Arm it. It'll say armed on, hopefully on the video, and then straight back up again. And straight back out. Try and keep it a little low to the ground. Now with these drones, they don't have return to home on them. They don't have any sort of beacon, so if you end up, it does fly off, there's no way of actually sort of finding it like other drones where it beeps or it's got any sort of recording facility. I mean, you can look, if you've got the goggles, you can maybe look and see the last location that it was in. But it's not like the other drones where it records the last 10 seconds of its voyage, its flight, or there's like a light or a beep. You just got to take hours looking for it, I guess. But for a drone, just to like for the kids or for the family, and you just want to go out and have a bit of fun and learn how to fly FPV, then yeah, I think this is a nice little bit of kit. It's a lot easier to fly than I imagined it was going to be. And this is just a nice place to fly as well, because you've got like animals in the distance, but they're in a separate field. This is completely free. It's basically, you've got like a walkway. You can go along and then you can just head up here and fly your drone. Obviously keep visual line of sight, which I'm doing. I'm just trying to keep it away from the cameras. Hey! But that was a cool thing there. I'll just drop it because it's not going near that silo. What happened there was it came towards me, hit me, but it didn't stop, it didn't fall or anything like that. It just bounced and kept going, which is quite a cool feature. Now I need to go and get it. So this is the tough part, trying to find it. Obviously it's a small thing. Obviously it's not too hard in this grass because obviously it's black and everything's green, but obviously if it was to go over there somewhere or over maybe over here where there's all the rubble, I'm trying to keep it away from this farmhouse because obviously it's an abandoned farmhouse over there. But I just like to sort of be in this field because it just means I can focus on what I'm doing. I can sort of take the drone or whichever one I'm flying. Obviously today is this one, but I can take it, I can keep visual line of sight, and I can just enjoy this little space because I know there's no one's going to be here. They're doing construction over there, so the pathway at the moment is closed, so no one's going to be coming along here. So I just thought it's perfect time to just get here, be able to just fly around and be able to just solely focus on what I'm doing rather than thinking, oh, there's someone coming kind of thing. But yeah, I think this is a great little bit of kit. I'm going to have a few more little flies and I'll do a little montage of the flights. But yeah, I just wanted to fly it in circles and just try and test it out in normal mode and just see how it fares. But yeah, it's been fun. Anyway, let's get back on with the flying. Now, one thing I will mention is when you've got the goggles on, it will tell you exactly when the batteries are getting low. When it gets to a certain percentage, it will tell you. Obviously, you'll need to bring it back once it gets under like 3 volts. Obviously, because I haven't got the goggles on, I can't see exactly what it is. So that's why I'm trying to keep it in a close space. So if it does drop, I know whereabouts it is. But yeah, the goggles basically just tell you exactly sort of where it's flying. You get to see through that camera and you just get to see the voltage on there. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's a nice little thing you can just stick in your bag, and if you've got enough batteries with it, you get 2 batteries with the actual pack, but I've got more batteries with this. I think I've got 3 1100 milliamps and I've got 2 650 milliamps. So it means you've got a good sort of 25 minutes flight when you're going out. So you can just find a nice field near where you live and just have fun flying it around. Obviously just be mindful of people, be mindful of like visual line of sight, keep it low. It's not one of those where you go like really high up or anything like that. You need to maintain it, keep it low. And if at any point you end up getting into a bit of an issue with it, then you can basically just cut that, disarm it, cut the power, and it'll drop. I'm going to try and see if I can film it and do it. So I'll bring it down a little bit. Hopefully you can see this on the GoPro as I bring it towards me. But yeah, you can just flip the switch like now, and it will basically just drop out the sky. And it just means it's safe. You don't have to worry if it's going to fly into a tree or fly somewhere where it shouldn't. You can just cut it, and it's robust enough to take a bit of a hammering. Obviously I'm not going to crash it into walls and stuff like some people do, but yeah, it seems decent. A nice little drone. So that was the Aquila16 FPV drone. That was my first flight. That was in normal mode. Now I will be honest with you, I was a bit anxious to start off with. I wasn't too sure how it was going to handle. I'm used to other drones, so that when you try something a bit different, it just doesn't feel sort of normal, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel the same to fly it. You don't have that same confidence of it being, when you push take off, it sort of gets to a certain point and waits for you, whereas this, you've got to do all the work, you've got to remain focused, visual line of sight and everything like that. But as soon as I got it up and I started flying it around this little space, it didn't sort of make me that anxious, to be honest. It felt a lot, yeah, it was a lot easier to fly than I thought it was going to be. In the house, I had a bit of issues trying to maintain a set level. It would either get to a level and then start gradually going up, or it would start going down. It wouldn't maintain one sort of a level somewhere like here. So when I came out, I was thinking, is it just going to rise up and disappear off somewhere, or is it going to lower and crash all the time? But as you saw on the camera, hopefully I've captured the footage on either this one or the GoPro, flying it around just this little area, just to get used to the controls, get used to the speed of it and how it handles sort of the wind and that side of things. After a few attempts, I started getting more and more used to the controls, started to enjoy it a lot more. So I can see FPV is a lot of fun. Obviously in my line of drone flight, it is more slower cinematic, as you will have seen possibly on my previous videos. But yeah, I think the Aquila16 is a nice bit of kit for FPV flyers. So if you're into FPV or you want to start FPV, I will be giving away the Aquila16 at the end of these series of videos. I've done one already where I unbox it. This one is just normal mode. I'll do another video soon when there's no wind, because I want to try normal mode, sports mode and manual mode and see how that sort of differs and how it handles. And then the fourth video will be the conclusion, the review and the giveaway, and I will basically give it away. So if you comment on the videos I'm doing of these, if you like them, and subscribe and comment in that you've subscribed and that you want to be in the giveaway. And at the end of the 4 weeks of the videos, once the fourth video has been out a little while, I will then pick a winner from all of that. I'll randomize it, pick a winner and get it sent to you so you can get in the field and fly it yourself. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this little test flight, and yeah, the next one will be doing the modes. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, happy flying, and see you in a bit. Bye bye.